In both my career and my personal life, what feels more aligned right now, given a chance or letting go?
Okay, so let's look at Elena's career first. So let's look at her career. So is Elena aligned with her career, or should she let go and do something else? Okay. Let's see. It looks like it looks like for Elena, letting go isn't easy. So that's the first thing. So we're seeing that it isn't easy for Elena to let go. Um, So what would she need to in order to kind of prepare? So we're always looking, okay, how do you prepare the nervous system, right? So letting go, it's the nervous system usually reacts and is like in a panic. So how to be calm in these transitions. So how would Elena feel to be calm in order to make these changes that she's asking for? So she's asking her higher self, the deep eye through the heart, and then connected to the divine for help. So so we're just working on her nervous system right now. So we're just going to calm her nervous system. So what lots of people are receiving right now is like from the healing teams, um, they'll put like a kind of like a gold light on the nervous system at the base of the skull. So the atlas point at the base of the skull and then down the spine. So they're going to put like, she's wanting all these changes. So first of all, they're just going to calm her nervous system. So we're always looking for the still point and that pure consciousness. So she's wobbly. We're seeing she's wobbly. So we're going to just help her in her alignment. And then usually we try to help the body to be able to receive. So we're just helping her body to receive these changes. So just aligning the body. So that's the spine and then all of the energy centers. So some people call them chakras, but they're the energy centers. And so they're supposed to be spinning. So we're seeing like a stagnation and it's usually the first three. So the root is the first one, and then the sacral is the second one at the kind of 2 inches below the belly button. And then the power center is where the ribs meet. So that's the yellow, the third one, which is the solar plexus. So I usually call them 1, 2, 3. So the sacral is the one that is stagnant. So those two questions, the questions of career, which is relationships, and personal life are connected. So we're going to that area first to kind of calm that area. So it's a very agitated right now and very like upset. Kind of the word that came through is kind of hysterical. So we're going to calm that area and get the energy flowing because any of the changes without that inner stability with the body, they will kind of decenter anybody. So not just Elena, but anybody. So we're just aligning everything, aligning all the energy centers. They're working a bit also on her third eye, so opening so that she sees things clearly. Because ultimately, we want everyone to be able to do this for themselves, to be able to scan their bodies, see their energy centers, and then connecting through the heart to their higher self. So, energy work is so that you learn to do this for yourself, but we're here to support, we're here to help. Okay, that's good. So, deep breath in and out. So, she's getting there. So, it's starting to move. What we're seeing is like looked like a rock was stuck, like in the spokes of a bicycle, and it's like it's like she's in shock, because there's all these changes to do, all these changes at once. She just kind of froze. And that happens with the nervous system. So the freeze, fawn, I think, and freeze, fawn. Anyways, she froze. So there, we're just opening the heart now. So we're just opening the heart, so opening the heart. And we always do this in the most gentle way, right? So we're not here to shock. And there's all lots of that around the shocking of the nervous system. So we're just like very gently opening her heart, like and this is just energy work, right? And all healing is self-healing because you have to say yes to the healing. So we're just opening her heart and just very gently opening her heart, like almost like little soft little pillows around her heart. So she's had a lot of shocks in her life. And then now we're just going to breathe with her so that she feels what that feels like. And then breathe in. And then breathe out. So at the same time, we're working on her heart and we're working on her sacral and her nervous system. And then also releasing very gently from the heart because we don't want to create any more shocks. We're here to help. So we want to be very gentle and very honoring with this process. She's done very well. She's had so many challenges and she's very strong and a very clear person. So we really want to honor her path and then be of service. So just working on the heart a bit more. And then it's hard to trust, right? So we can feel her solar plexus, the third chakra, the yellow. That's your power center. We can feel that it's wobbly, like, can I trust? Can I trust? And we're saying, say yes, but say yes if it is for your highest and greatest good. And then you can trust. Because if it is for your highest and greatest good, then it cannot interfere with who you are. It can't interfere with your higher self, with the divine. So if there's somebody that says, well, I know the answer, that's not the answer. Okay. So it has to be, you have all the consciousness and awakening inside of you to receive from the divine. So just right now, we're just working on the heart. We're working on the nervous system. And then we're working on her, the sacral. So the sacral, the second energy center is orange. So that's relationships and communication, and which kind of covers both. Like her question was about career and her question was about relationships. So first, what we're doing is stabilizing Elena so she feels stable in her nervous system and her body, and then connecting her to the crystalline grid, because then she can manifest anything she wants. Once the alignment is there, and then once she's connected to the crystalline grid of Gaia, which is a high vibration of Earth, so 7, 8, 9 density. So we're just working on her third eye a little bit and opening it gently. So she's afraid to see for herself. That's normal. So that happens. Or yeah, it's not normal, but it happens a lot. So we're just aligning her, like we're really showing the body, this is the alignment. This from the lowest part of the spine to the hips to the crown, the top of the head, this is the alignment. So we're working on her alignment, and then all her answers will come easily because they're coming from a calm nervous system and an open heart. So we're still working on her heart. So we're releasing her we're releasing as much as we can that is interfering with her heart. So sometimes we don't even really know what we're holding on to, but we're releasing. Okay, so now we're just moving into her present life, the present life now, and just looking at her career and where she is. It feels like it hurts her heart. So whatever she's doing right now, it hurts her heart. It's right away there's like a restriction, and that she's got to kind of like hold on, um, like brace herself, like it's so tense. It's so intense. It's not the right vibration for her. It's like it's holding her back, and she's got to block her heart in order to do what she's doing now. So when we look at everything now, we're looking kind of scanning, um, and looking for what we're going to do now is we're going to bring opportunities to her that are in alignment with her natural state of being. So she has like a fire in her. She does have energy, but we want her to have that calm nervous system as well, and then connected to the crystalline grid. And then anything can manifest from that. So we're going to bring her opportunities. So basically, once we have the alignment, it's easier to receive. And then we're going to receive from the heart. So it's going to be a heart-based opportunities will come to her. And then now we're working on her second chakra energy center to be able to receive it. So there we go. Okay, she's starting, because we have to say yes, yes to receiving, yes to the changes, and yes to believing that it's possible. So, yes, I believe it is possible. Yes, I want this change. Yes, I want something that is aligned with my heart. So that's manifesting, but we're manifesting from the crystalline grid for Elena. So we're inviting her to connect with the crystalline grid, and her higher self is with her, and then through the heart to bring the opportunities that she needs. So basically, we've opened the gateways. So, but we've opened the gateways to the divine, to consciousness. So breathing in and breathing out, and then staying in alignment. And we're feeling she's getting stronger with her third eye. So what is the third eye? For Elena and for anybody, it's being able to see things as they are and not the way you've been told to see them. So when we're little, we see everything. Our eyes are open, our third eye is open, all our energy centers are aligned. And depending on the environment of childhood, we may keep that consciousness till about 7 or younger. So the longer that you keep the consciousness, the more the energy centers are flowing. So we're looking, so this hand is stabilizing Alina's present life now, and then this life, and then in this life, and then this hand is doing the energy work and clearing of the heart, but we're clearing in all time spaces. So now when we're connecting to Gaia, to 7, 8, 9 dimension, we're clearing for all time spaces. And it's always from free will, from choice, right? So Elena asked for the healing, and then we're always looking, well, what is the root cause? And then how can we clear? How can we create a clear pathway and also open the gateway? So opening the gateway to the divine. So just or opening her hips to feel the stability. The hips are connected with the first 3 chakras, and that's for the men and women, or however you identify, but that, and just releasing any excess energy that Elena doesn't need right now. So when we looked at her career, it really hurts her heart. And then we worked on the heart. And then we worked on balancing all of the energy centers. And we want basically for her to have a flow. So she'll feel a bit of intensity right now in her third eye. It can be quite intense to open the third eye after it's never totally closed. So opening it more to kind of like the original blueprint of the human being of the human being body is meant to have these energy centers. They're like gateways into the divine, and they're meant to be spinning kind of like a spiral. They're meant to be spinning and balanced. So just breathing, giving her lots of source light. And we want to say not the false white light, source light, source love, love without any conditions. So that's the original love, is a love without conditions, and that's where we work from. Okay, so we're just aligning her system, and it seems like it's taking a long time, but think of how long Elena has had this way of being. So just calming everything down now. So everything's aligned and we're just calming everything down. We're bringing in like a violet light just to anchor and just kind of soothe everything. Because these adjustments, they're energetic, like, in the ether, so they're, so we use sound a lot and we use light. So right now we're using like a violety, purple, violet. It's kind of a mix between purple and blue, so like a violet color. That's kind of the color of the third eye, is kind of like a indigo, purpley blue kind of color. So we're just opening the third eye more with color now so that she can feel like, oh, I can see, I know what to do. Oh, I know, I can see these opportunities coming. So we're bringing lots of opportunities for her, and we're seeing that she's going to have three things that she can choose from. So we're bringing the opportunities to her, but we're aligning her so that she can say yes and receive these opportunities. So how it would look is almost like she's timeline jumping, right? So think of like the big jump you'd have to take from 3D to 4D to 5D. So, but we're aligning her because she can, connecting her with 5D. Um, so bringing opportunities to her and then aligning her system to be able to receive them, and then anchoring in Gaia and the crystalline grid, which is the fastest way to manifest. So what we're seeing is we're just taking Elena, with her higher self, and we're just laying her down in the crystalline grid so she can feel relaxed and like the best vacation she's ever felt. So she's just leaning back into the crystalline grid. And then you can breathe. And then we're in the alignment. So beautiful. So she's good. She's doing it. Okay. And then we want to look at her relationship, and this present life was the second question. So the first one was with career. So with career, we said whatever she's doing now is really blocking her heart. It's not the right fit. So we're bringing new opportunities, at least three, to her, and then she has her alignment, and her nervous system will be able to receive those new opportunities. And then her third eye is opening, not completely open, but opening. So she will be able, but we're going to keep the violet light with her, and then the violet light will keep working with her. Yeah, she did really well. This is a huge shift. This is like she's gonna feel like, a baby. She'll feel like she's totally refreshed and renewed. This will be really beautiful. and then just checking in her alignment. So her alignment is good. And then just looking, it feels like the partner that she's with, the person she's with, it really, like it's hard for her to look at the relationship, and it hurts her neck, and it hurts her neck. So what we're seeing is that she's kind of clenching and then looking away. It's like she doesn't want to look at it, but since she's asking, of course, then she is ready to look at it. So we're saying that this is what she looks like with her relationship. She's tensing and she's looking away from the person. Um, and it hurts her low part of her hip on the right side of her body. So we know that this is a present life connection in this life now. So it it destabilizes her. So she doesn't feel stable with this partner, and she feels exhausted with this partner, and she can't handle it anymore. Like it's literally like, she has like shoulder pain and neck pain, and it's because she doesn't want to, she knows if she looks, so I say I can't even move my neck. So she knows if she looks, she's going to see. And then she knows if she sees, then she has to do something. So she doesn't want to look, but this is what her head and her neck are doing right now. So she doesn't want to see, but it's also affecting her stability. So it's affecting the low part of the spine, the lowest part of the spine on the right side. So also the hip, which would also be like the pelvis in the front. So we're like straightening her up because we're like, okay, but we're going to look at it now. So he's good. I mean, he's a good person. He's fuzzy, which means he's got so much on his mind all the time. Like he's like a racing, like in his mind, but not the mind of the third eye. Like it's the mind, like the conscious mind, like the ego, the conscious mind. Not that he's egotistical, maybe he is a bit, but he's more like a racing in his mind all the time. And it doesn't stop thinking. He's thinking, 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 and then everything else is not happening. So he's all just thinking. So she's like, imagine, okay, so if you're just thinking, you look like this, like a like a rectangle. Okay, you look like a rectangle, but really you're supposed to be like a like in alignment, like a line, like a vertical line, and then you go horizontal and then you spin, so that's kind of the natural state of being. But it's like, right away, it's like we can feel the intensity in the mind. It's not the third eye, it's the mind. The answers are not going to come from the mind. The mind cannot perceive anything except for, if you want all the answers to be teeny tiny and squished, then ask the mind. And if you want consciousness to answer your questions, well, consciousness is through the heart and then to divine, to source, the all, then you have the big view of the answers. But the mind is like a narrow little rectangular box, and it's gray and fuzzy is what it looks like to us. It's like static. It's like that's what it looks like to us. It's like a very tiny space. It's actually, we know he's in a lot of pain because it is a lot. It's very painful as a human being. If you don't have all of your systems on, we know it's very painful for him to be in this tiny rectangular box. Um, but we can feel his stress. We can feel the stress in his body. But we wouldn't even say his nervous system is vibrating because it's like he's not really connected. He's kind of like a mind in a box, like a rectangular box. So it's like, okay, well, how would that be to have a relationship where you're now all aligned, and then your relationship is with like a rectangular box with a lot of static, right? They're person's not gonna, they can't see themselves, and so they're not gonna see you. So we never tell anybody what to do because, Earth is free will. And then also too, there's learning and lessons. So if you're wanting a heart-to-heart connection, it's going to be very hard to have a heart and heart connection to somebody that is mostly identified pretty much with the mind. So we're seeing, we've aligned Elena, her whole system, and her heart, opening her heart slowly, and also opening her third eye slowly. The violet light is doing that. And then in terms of the partner, we're seeing, she's doing this. So she doesn't want to see, but she's asking, so she does want to see. So that's what we're always looking at. Her body is saying one thing, her heart is saying another thing, and then her experience is making her do this with her neck and her head to one side. So she knows that she can see. So to us, she's a seer, so she can see. So we know she can see. So, but do you choose to see? Today's date is the 21st of December. So there's an opening. So right now with Eve and Elaine, like there's an opening of consciousness, like a big portal to the divine. So we're just showing Elena that, if she chooses, she can open that more. It's her natural state of being. It would be very stressful for her to not do this in this life, to open up and actualize her whole system. So we're saying that the relationship for her is very stressful, and it really kind of knocks her out. So, we're going to send, well, we're going to use a word. We don't know. It's not, this isn't religious at all. Not at all. It's not even spiritual. It's energy. It's consciousness. But we're going to send both of them blessings and source light, and then just release them so that they will have like this bubble of kind of golden light around them, which then, transformations that happen from that golden light from source are very organic and very gentle, because it's always for your highest and greatest good. So I think we will end with Elena, and thank you for asking for questions and answers, but we're going to release them now to source and then put a golden bubble around them. And then they'll continue, if Elena chooses, to bring in the violet light to work on her third eye and her heart in all time spaces. Because sometimes the present relationship is a reflection of another time space, and it's more like a lesson that needs to become conscious. So we're just going to release them both, but put them in like a bubble of source gold and white light, more golden light. Let's just say golden light. Yeah. Okay. So thank you. So we'll clear Elena and her higher self, and the partner and the higher self, and all the team that comes with them, because of course they have lots of guides that are with them. So we're seeing all the guides are lined up wanting this support and help for both of them. So we're just going to clear them all in the field and thank them all with much love and much thanks for coming forward. It's always beautiful seeing all of them come in. So we have way more help than we can even imagine. So we're saying goodbye to all her guides and all the angels of unconditional love that have stepped forward. So those would be her guides. and guardians. Yeah. Yeah, she has one guardian that wants to step forward to just say that he's there. It's almost like it looks like an ancient kind of male with like long kind of white hair, and he has like a wooden kind of is like a stick with like a kind of a hook, and then he's kind of like has this robe, and really wants to be there and say that he's there for her to really help her with her third eye and her heart, and he's going to stand guard for her. And he just wanted us to acknowledge him, but also to give the message to Elena that he's actually her guardian right now, and he is standing guard with her. So he will be there with her for as long as she wants. And he is a guardian of unconditional love. He is only for Elena's highest and best good. So so thank you. And then, yeah, he's got that big kind of wooden stick with a hook. And he's very tall, thin, but like robe, kind of like a blue robe. So he's very protective, very wise, ancient, wise protector. Um, and he's there with her to help her integrate these changes.